Hello, in this video we are going to discuss all about division. First, let's imagine that we have two children. This is the first and this is the second one. Let's name this Alex and this is Zoe, for example. And I have these bunches of apples, as you see. The father wants to distribute these apples over the two children. So I need to know each one of these children will take how many apples. So when I'm distributing, I will distribute equally. So both will take the same number. If Alex take 5, so Zoe will take also 5 equally. Okay, so let's distribute. This is 1 for Alex, 1 for Zoe, 1 for Alex, 1 for Zoe, Alex, Zoe here, Alex, and the last one for Zoe. So if I asked you how many apple for each one of them, you will say that Alex took 4 apples and Zoe took 4 apples. So I just distribute the number of apples, the total number of apples over two children. The meaning of distribution here is a new operation called division. At the beginning, I have 8 apples, okay, and then distribute them over how many children? Exactly 2 children. And the result here must tell me how many apple for each one of them, for each one of these two will take. Okay, how many apple for each one? I distribute 8 over 2, so each one took 4 apples, so the answer will be 4. So how can I read it? 8 divided like this, divided 2 equals the number for each. Again, let's take another example. Okay, listen to me. First, I will count how many banana I have. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have totally 6 apples. I have totally 6 apples. Okay, and then I will distribute all these 6 apples over how many children? Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3. My job now to know how many apples for each one. So I will distribute the number of bananas over them equally. So let's see. I will distribute, it's mean divided like this. So let's distribute the number of bananas over these 3 children's. Okay, so let's see how many for each. The first one will take 1, the second also, third, go back to the first, second, and sorry, what I did, third. Okay, so each one will take how many banana? Each one will take 2 banana. So I can say 6 divided 3 equals 2. Okay, this is the concept of division. Understand? Let's take one more thing. Okay, mister, I need an easy method to solve the division. Let's start from the beginning. First, you studied the multiplication tables, like table 2, table 3, table 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, okay? All these tables. So let's take an example for an easy question. If I asked you 2 times 3 equals what? Equals, 6, right? And we said that 2 is a factor and 3 is a factor again. 2 factor and 3 factor. Okay, and if I asked you about number 6 here, you will tell me that this is the product, but we studied a new name for this product. The name of it, it's multiple. So this is a multiple. Okay, this is multiple of 2 and 3. Why these two specifically? Because if I multiply these two numbers together, I have the number 6. So I can say 6 is multiple to 3 and 2. And if I take also 1 times 6 equals 6, so I will say that 1 and number 6 here is a factor to number 6. Okay, and 6 is a multiple to number 6 and number 1. Okay, I need to understand these things first, that the two numbers inside is a factors for the outer number, and we name it as a multiple. Okay, so in multiplication, the multiple will be the last term, the last one. Okay, but if I asked you to distribute 6 over 2, okay, it's the inverse operation of multiplication. If I have 6 divided 2, okay, so I will ask you a question. I need a number here. If I multiply it by 2, I have 6. What is the number times 2 equals 6? Exactly, number 3. So 6 divided 2 equal 3. I explained the factors and the multiples. What's important in the factors and multiples? In multiplication, the multiple was the last term. 2 times 3 equals 6. Okay, the multiples was the last one. But in division, okay, the multiple will be the first one. The multiple will be the first one. Okay, so I will distribute 6 over, I will distribute the multiple over the factor. Over what? Over the factor. So I need the other factor. If I multiply it by 2, give me this multiple specifically. Understand? Again, if I have 4 times 6, as I know it's 24, right? And if I asked you to flip it, just turn it around into division, you will say that the multiple will be the first 24. Let's choose this one, divided 6. So I need the other factor. If multiplied by 6, give me 24, and that's it for today. Before going, I will give you 2 questions to solve it by yourself and write it in the comments. Do these 2 questions by yourself and write the answers in the comments. Okay, I'm looking forward to see your answers. Goodbye.